creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you.
That one.
Wowzer!
Gotcha.
so hard on our behalf. We want you to have this data as thanks. We're increasing the amount of materials allocated.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This data is for...
Order completed. Well done.
I always appreciate your help.
Go! Hey, mine's heavier. Can anybody hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Sam.
My name's Sam, too.
My name's Sam. Thank you. Kindly. Can anybody hear me? What's that one? You're mine.
Be mindful of exposure to timefall.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
What's that one? Silent motor. Gotcha.
Yeah!
You're mine. Look, that one. Gotcha. That's the way. Look, that one. You're mine.
evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
I climb down and pick the cherries that fell to the ground. I can't carry it alone. So I'll bury it like bones. Oh, you are on this
That's the place, huh?
No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Let's get a move on.
I appreciate you coming all this way. I'm not just saying that either. Seriously. Right. Nice. Very, very nice. Such good condition. You'd never think you'd been outside at all. Oh, dropping off someone else's stuff. And here we thought it was... We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your cube.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Looks like we're between this and the life support systems you brought us. Oh, I got a little present. Take it with my... Those beauties are pretty hard. And I just... Oh, in it, I've shared the data for a... It's a piece of equipment, specially ideal for keeping your balance. It's bound to make your next runs much easier. You know, before you came, for a while there, it felt like we were counting the days. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that our facility here at F4 isn't just... Without it, lots of folks would lose that. And without a fully linked up con... no need to worry, though. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. All to bring this con... Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters, no matter how dangerous the mountain trail. I've never met in. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, this guy was apparently... You could always head back to Mexico and try... We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories, and you might say it's a skeleton simply wearing it. Well, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and when traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment. We've got a lot riding.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. On behalf of the company, it's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase but you and your comrades will run. The probability of creating a new fleet, do what you must.
Sam, we won't be able to head your way just...
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though. before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
Whatever you care to call this riddle of a place. Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual. got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. Are you up for the challenge, Sam? Barbara, something's coming. Watch out! real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them? Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. His face?
No, I don't.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. It seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there. The vehicle also looks none the worse for wear.
Right, got a little cargo under the shelf in the back.
Get a move on.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. Sam, Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors. A part of me wishes I could swap places with him. Not that my body could ever serve as a suitable substitute for his. Come to think of it, I was surprised by how effectively Tomorrow was able to fight those mechs. The way she took advantage of the tar and used her unique abilities against them, it demonstrated impressive improvisational skills. But her capacity to rapidly accelerate the age of any material or enemy she comes into contact with. Oh, I can't help but be a little jealous. But there are other ways I can contribute to your work, and I hope to continue doing so. Apropos of nothing, that friend of the dowser we rescued was a very brave man, don't you think? To go to such a dangerous place all by himself, in spite of the countless potential risks. Perhaps it would have been better if he wasn't quite so brave.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out. One in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.